Good morning. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the SYNAC customer webinar. This month's topic is email templates and quick campaigns. Now, email templates and quick campaigns are something that are really handy for any user. So I think all of you attending or viewing this webinar will get a little something out of this that will help you be more efficient. A little bit of housekeeping. This session is being recorded, so if you find it useful and you'd like to share with your colleagues, we will be sending it out after the webinar so that you can share it with your other coworkers. Also, if you want to view it again, it will be available for you to view. Quick note, everyone is in listen-only mode. If you do have any questions as I'm giving the presentation, feel free to chat them in the chat window within Microsoft Teams, and I will go ahead and see those and answer your question. At the end of my presentation, I'll also leave a few minutes to answer any questions that you might have about the topic that I'm presenting. And always remember, your SYNAC support contract includes all of our help in doing any of the things that I talk about. So if you need a little bit more help in understanding email templates or quick campaigns, feel free to reach out to support@synac.net and someone on the team will be happy to help you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started in the presentation. All right. Today we're discussing email templates and quick campaigns. The first that I'm going to talk about is the email templates. In Dynamics, you're able to create your own email templates that you can use when corresponding with accounts or contacts or leads. In order to create an email template, they are found up in your wheelbar here in Settings, and you would navigate to Personalization Settings. The Personalization Settings window will pop up, and if you look in the middle, you will see email templates. Navigate to Email Templates. You're probably defaulted to a view of My Email Templates. There might be some other ones in the system that were created for your organization. For today, we're just going to concentrate on our personal email templates. All right, you'll see I already have one in the list that I've created before. In order to create a new email template, I would come here and press New. And you can either make this global, which will make it available on multiple entities, or you can select the entity that you want this email template available on. For our example, I'm going to stick with global. Once you press OK, now you have your email template come up. You always want to give it a name. So cold call missed you email is what I'm going to call mine. And you can either make this only you see it, or you could allow others in your organization to see and use your email template as well. I'm going to make an individual one for this example. And then for category. So what part of Dynamics are you talking about for this email? In my case, I'm talking about leads because I'm cold calling. So you'd pick the entity that you want related to this. And this becomes important when you're building your email. If you want to use any dynamic text from fields that are within Dynamics, then the category you choose will lead you to the fields that are available in this dynamic text. And I'll show you this here in a minute. You can write a description here if you want. So if you want a quick explanation of what the email content is. And then here, it would be the subject line of your email. Sorry, I missed you. And then here you have a full, text body area to add in whatever text you want in this email template. Now, one of the great things about building email templates is that you can customize it with dynamic text. And here's what I mean. I'm going to write hi, and then I want to put the person's first name in. So I'm going to come up here to the command bar and hit insert dynamic text. Select the record type, user would be me. Instead, I want my lead information. And then here in the field name, I would scroll through and I would look for first name. Found it. And then it also allows you to give a default text in case there's no value in the field that you've selected. Default text in this case is going to be friend. And I'm going to hit insert. And now you'll see here that I have the lead first name dynamic text field. And here I'll say continue with text, and maybe, I want to also insert, their account information. I can go ahead and do that. So as I'm building the body of my email, I can insert dynamic text that will personalize to whoever the email is getting sent. And in effort of time, I'm not really going to create an email. I'm just going to go ahead and get something in there for this example. Once you get it, do notice you've got a lot of options here in order to customize the body of the email, create links, you can add images. So it's really flexible with what you can do. And once I'm done creating my email template, I would hit save and close. All right. I'm done with that. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to my leads. And I'm going to show you that through the timeline, I can then, when I create an email, what you'll see is I can actually insert my email template here. So up here in my command bar, I have insert template. And if I click on that, it brings up my list of templates that are available. And look at that. There's my cold call missed you email. And then I will go ahead and apply the template. I can then further edit it if I want to. I can insert my signature at the end, right? Like I can add attachments to this. I can attach a file, do whatever I need to, but that body of that email can be consistent, right? By using that email template over and over again, and then personalizing it as you need. Once I've got it all ready, I can go ahead and I can hit send, and this is going to send out of the system and out of my Outlook because of the Dynamics 365 and Outlook integration. And then you'll see here in the timeline, there is that email for my lead. All right, so now I'm going to switch gears a little bit, right? We're creating email templates that we can use over and over again to have some consistency in our correspondence, and frankly, save us a lot of time for having to write the same thing over and over again. Comes in really handy when you're prospecting and cold calling and reaching out, to groups of contacts or leads at the same time. And that's where quick campaigns come in really handy. Quick campaigns allow you to schedule an activity for a group of contacts or accounts or leads all at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by navigating to my contact section, okay? And as I said, a quick campaign can happen on a group of contacts, a group of accounts, or leads. So as I'm doing it in contacts, you can also do this in the different entities. And the whole process is very similar. So what I could do is select either maybe a list view or select a few contacts, right, at once that I want to do something with. I'm going to first start by doing a quick campaign, which would be like a follow-up phone call activity, all right? So I've selected a few contact records, and then I'm going to come up here to my command list and go to the 3 ellipses, which are more commands, and I'm going to go ahead and navigate down to quick campaign. And then I'm going to do, it gives you a choice for selected records, the ones that I've checkmarked there in the list. I could also do a quick campaign for all the records on the current page or for all the records in that list view. My recommendation is that you select the records that you want to do a quick campaign for, or put them all in a list first, so that you know you're not making any mistakes, because this is going to do a batch of activities at once. So for example, I'm going to say 4 selected records. And then the quick campaign wizard is going to pop up for you. Okay, go ahead and hit the next button. And here you would give it a name. I am going to say follow-up phone call. Go next. Activity type. What you'll see here is that you can schedule a batch letter. We don't do that too much anymore, or fax, but the important ones are email, phone call, and appointment. So what I'll do is I'm going to schedule myself some follow-up phone calls. I can either assign these phone call activities all to me. I can assign them to the owners of those contacts or accounts that I'm doing this for, or to a particular member of my team. This comes in handy if, say, you want to schedule some activities for one of your, staff members to do. You could then assign it to another user. In this example, I'm going to assign them to myself. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press the next button. And here, I have to specify the content of the activity. So I want to give it a due date so that my phone call activity will show up for me. So I'll do them for tomorrow. I will write my subject. You can write yourself a description. You can give yourself a duration. I'm going to go ahead and hit next, and it will tell me that I have scheduled a phone call activity for 5 records, and the owner is myself. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. What this is doing right now is it is scheduling a phone call activity for all 5 of these records. Okay. If I come over here to my activities, and let's go ahead and sort these by newest to oldest. Oh, they might not have shown up yet. It does take a couple minutes for the system to go ahead and generate all these things. So I might go show you the next step, and then we come back here. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So let's go back to our list of our contacts here for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and select a handful of them. All right, I'm going to do another quick campaign. This time, I'm going to do a quick campaign for my selected records. And I'm going to do follow-up email. And here, my activity type is going to be an email. I'm going to assign them to me. Hit next. And look, I can use a template here in my quick campaign email. So if I have a standard follow-up email that I want to send or something like that, I can get it set up as an email template. And then I can come in here and use it in a quick campaign to quickly send it out to a batch of contacts and leads at once. So I'm choosing to use a template. And then I could come here and hit the magnifying glass and go ahead and select my template And then I'm going to go ahead and I can put in a due date, or I can just keep going, hit next because I want it to go out immediately. And it's saying that I'm sending the follow-up email for 5 records. The owners may go ahead and hit create. And now it's building 5 separate emails, one for each of the contacts that I selected. All right. And what we're going to see is once the system generates this, it's going to show up in the timeline for those contacts that I selected. The other nice thing that happens that I want to share with you is in your left-hand navigation bar, you also have a section for quick campaigns. Just a quick note, there's that email that I just sent to Jim, and it's sitting there and it's closed, so it shows me it went out. So if I come over here and I navigate down and I look in the marketing section at quick campaigns, what I'll have is a list of my quick campaigns. And what I get to see here is the total number of members, the number of successes or failures in case some of my emails maybe didn't come through. And then I can come in here and I can see the details. There's the timeline with all of those emails that I sent out in there. There's my members, everyone that I sent that email to, right? And I can quickly get here and navigate to them, right? Got some information. So a really quick way to be able to get back to those records, to disposition them or do something with them. You know, if we think about my follow-up phone call activity I just created, right? Here you'll see there are all the activities, the phone call activities that got created. Here are all of my members. I can right from here, go through my calling and go ahead and mark these activities complete. I can use the list of people again, and I can do another quick campaign on them. So there's a lot of flexibility here, and also the ability to quickly get back to that information that you're looking for. I find quick campaigns really useful in prospecting efforts where I would want to schedule myself follow-up calls, or maybe send an email to, all of my leads that, I haven't spoken to in a couple of weeks. I can do it very quickly. And then if I create email templates along with it, then I'm able to standardize those emails, and I can write them once and use them 100, 200, 1,000 times rather than write them 1,000 times to get them out. Okay, and then I just quickly want to come back over here to my activities. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just sort these so that we can see those activities come up, right? So there's that follow-up cold call that I had, right? You won't see the emails here because the emails have been completed. They were already sent out. But you do see those phone call activities that I created for a future date. I click into any of them. Here we go. It gives me my calling information here, and then that description that I had written in. I'm done. I can go ahead and mark those complete, disposition those activities. And just to show you, if I come down here and I go to my sent emails, might be pending emails right now. Ooh. Yep, here are those emails that are getting ready to go out now. Okay, I could come in here and review the entire email. And if I went to any of the actual records, right, of the contacts that I sent these to, this information would also be in their timeline. All right, so really quick ways to get to the information. So for example, if I go to Sydney now, Right, there's that email and there's that phone call that I had scheduled with Sydney from a quick campaign, and it is there and available in the timeline. So a lot of different ways to get to the information, but more importantly, how using email templates and quick campaigns can allow you to schedule phone calls and appointments to a whole bunch of contacts all at once, and then also to be able to send a consistent personalized email to a group of leads or contacts all at once to save you a lot of time and make you more efficient. All right, I'm going to see if there are any questions here. We've ran our 20 minutes, so I'm going to give it a minute or two for questions. If something does come up, or if you try to do this in your own Dynamics 365 instance and are having any challenges, please reach out to Synact. We're here to help. We're your partner. We can get on a quick screen share and go through and walk you through the steps, or even help you set up some email templates that you can then use in some quick campaigns. All right, I don't seem to have any questions. So I thank you all for spending this 20 minutes with me today. I hope I was able to give you a tip or a trick or teach you something new. And I'll look forward to next month's webinar, where I believe we will be talking about security. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.